All right, I'm going to give it another couple of minutes, let people join in case they're running a few minutes late. I am the new RJ for the next couple weeks, because he is celebrating 60 years old today and traveling as his gift to himself. So we're going to give him a few minutes. So do we have anybody new joining us? We've had 33 new members join the Facebook group since our last meeting 2 weeks ago. So is there anybody new here on the call today? You have to unmute and say hi.
No newbies.
No, but I see a lot of familiar faces, which is super nice. Well, Karen, have you been on before?
I haven't been on here before, no.
So you're new to the calls.
Just to the calls, yes.
Yes. We'll give you a new welcome and shout out for the day then.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So did anybody, I was sharing we always have a quick 10-15 minutes recap of what today's call is going to be before everybody joins the group. And I was saying that after Stephanie posted the last video with the automations, I went back kind of with her video on a iPad and my laptop and Customer Factor and created them all. And so that's what I love about this group. I am not the most technical person, like so far as like tell this to do that in a technical sense. I'm more great at the writing and the creating. So it really helped to bridge a gap that I was deficient in. So thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
So, and that is the nice thing, is that you can go back and see all the videos. That's why you just got a little pop-up to say that, just to know you're on candid camera. But then if in the future you or a staff member needs the information or needs to revisit it, it's all out there. So that's the beautiful thing about this group, is that we're all helping each other, whether you need this piece or item today or later on in the future. So, all right, do I want me to get started, Stephanie?
Go for it.
All
I
right.
have a quick question. Do you mind if I ask a quick question? Since part of this is about gift cards, I don't even know if this was the right thing to do, but I had emailed Steve to add, like, I thought you said ask for access or something. Is that even right? Okay. All right. So he would give some sort of access. Right.
Okay. So yeah, great question. And I see it's on my portal, but I know there's certain features that Steve has to turn off and on for you. So that's a great clarifying question, Stacy. So basically just a reminder to everybody is that this is a group of volunteers. None of us are employed by Customer Factor or working for Customer Factor. We just basically put together a users group so we can learn from each other, grow with each other. Everybody here really loves Customer Factor, but like any piece of software, whether it's Word or Excel, we don't use the capacity of the software. So what our intention with the group is to find people who have superpowers in one area, or do things really well with Customer Factor. So before you go add on another software or another piece of technology, is Customer Factor do that for you. So thank you to everybody who's contributed, whether it's a question, we all learn from each other. And then helping us navigate and maximize what Customer Factor can do for us. So today we're going to have topics on online booking and gift cards. And first up, we're going to have Laura, who is from Made in Hoboken, and she's going to be talking to us about online booking. Laura does have a limited time frame, so we're going to let her do some Q&A afterwards before we move into the gift cards. So just kind of a heads up as far as the structure of the meeting today. So Laura, you're up. We're going to let you take it away.
Thank you. So I don't know if I'm necessarily the guru on online booking. It's actually something that we just implemented recently. I from what I'm gathering is that it's fairly new to Customer Factor, and I think Steve is still working out the kinks on it. So, and then we've actually gotten in contact with him to let him know what the kinks can be on it, for this. So, but it's fairly simple, and I'm probably I need your help, Stephanie, if like you can share your screen to kind of walk through the online booking. And so there, there she goes. Okay, perfect. Okay. So what we've done is where Stephanie is showing, we created a package. It's like an introductory cleaning that you can book directly online. It's the reason we chose to do the introductory cleaning is because it's 90 minutes cleaning, and it kind of keeps everything together. Like, so we're not like doing 2 or 3 hours and kind of like lack of that control. Because one of the kinks, I guess, that you could say is that that doesn't have an arrival window. It has only like a select time. So for instance, it doesn't have like, oh, the team can arrive between 10 and 12. It's like they can book 12 p.m. and it's a problem because obviously we know that the team will not arrive exactly at 12 to start the cleaning. So that's one thing that is kind of kinky about that, is like, so we don't, but there is an option that you don't have to actually allow the customer to book. And then if they want to purchase the package, they can purchase it, but you could take off the component of having them actually book it. You can actually also take off the fact that that they don't have to pay necessarily, so they can actually add it to their cart, and then you'll get a notification in your email that somebody actually wants to have it done, and then you just have to kind of follow up with them to let them know that they need to schedule it, basically. So the advantages I find with the online booking is, especially for weekends, if you're not servicing on Saturday and Sunday, and you're not even answering phones, people can book online, for the Monday. They don't have to actually speak to anybody necessarily, but at least they kind of, have something slated in. So, if your hours are limited. So that's one nice feature that we like about it. And I'm trying to see, sorry, the screen is like so tiny, so
Laura, I'll go through on how to do it. Just
yeah, that'd be great. Did you want to take over right now to go through?
so Laura doesn't have the ability to share her screen, so we're kind of making it work. So I'm kind of going to go through on how to build. So you do have to ask for this permission. So you would just need to email Steve at the Customer Factor and ask for online booking. And so when you do get that, it will come down here. And so when you click on the online booking, it comes up with this page. So you have the option to do packages, which we are, I'm a cleaning company, residential cleaning company. So I'm just doing a first time, a one-time special. Other, power washing, what other things would you guys do? Kind of throw out some hints out there if you have any, because I'd love to hear something from other industries. But so what I've kind of thought up was hey, 4 hours, let's get something booked. So it's super easy to build this. I'm gonna go in here and just act like it. So when you go in, you just have to enter the package name and how much you want to charge for that. You would easily, so you can do a really cute picture. I'm a girl, obviously I'm a girl, and I like really pretty things. So, I like those things. So having a nice pretty thing is always nice. So it's super easy to just add whatever picture you want here. And then putting your description, whatever you want it to be, and then making sure that you put your duration so that it blocks out that time on the calendar when they do go and use this. So I am actually testing this, and it actually worked. I'm actually surprised. Sorry. So it's super easy to build your items. Now, the next option is actually the booking where they can book it online. So if you want them to book it on your calendar, you would come in here and allow customer to book online. But we're going to act like we're not going to allow them first. So you can require a payment. So I am going to select no right now so that we can go through, so I don't have to charge a credit card. But in my business, I'm actually going to say yes and going to have some kind of deposit that if they don't use it, then I'm going to keep that money, kind of thing. But you can, do 50% or whatever you want to do. It's kind of nice so that you have that money beforehand, or you can have the whole thing paid for. So love that there is a range that you can put here.
Can I jump in here real quick?
Yeah.
So, Laura was saying that she was having a little kink in the area, about how they book online. What you could do is put in there that we, on the description box that you just had on there to say, we do need to, personally schedule, so we don't offer online booking, but you can put in their online booking for Saturday, such and such, if you don't work Saturdays. And then that way, you can look on your Saturdays and know, hey, I've got 4 new people that want to schedule this package.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way after somebody scheduled it. And then I
Yeah.
did have to alter the hours that they do it, and the days of the week. Because
Yeah,
you do have that option.
Yeah.
Of when they could book it.
Yep. So I add the credit card fee to anybody. So if you do, then you can add it there. If you don't, then you hit no. Also, so one of the things that Laura has pointed out to Steve is that, so I am blessed that in Oklahoma, I do not have to charge sales tax on services, but other states do. So it is not charging sales. So that is something that you need to be aware of. And also, so maybe at this point, instead of having it a credit card processing fee, you have it as sales tax. If you wanted to get it working right now, if you did have sales tax. So there is kind of a workaround, I guess. Maybe.
So there's not an option for both?
You probably wouldn't be able to do both unless you just added them. I don't know. It would probably be an accounting nightmare.
Well, what we've been doing is that we don't allow them to, we don't have them pay upfront, so we can invoice it later and then it'll add the tax. So that's what we've been doing for the workaround. So we don't charge them yet until after the service.
That's a good idea.
For some services, we have to charge sales tax, some we don't, and we do charge a processing fee. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. So now we're going to say, okay, yes, I want to allow this to be a client to book it on their own. So we're going to hit this little button, and you have the ability. So I have 10 cleaning techs right now. So you can have it assign, have it go through your calendar and look at all the 10 openings, which when I was going through the calendar, it was a nightmare. You could not find openings. So I highly suggest, having one person or 2 people that you that you know have openings. Or like what I am going to do is I'm going to have Dee Dee is my office assistant, my quality control manager. So I'm going to have her schedule as the kind of openings, and we'll block out when we don't have openings, and that so that we can book that way. So I kind of found a workaround to do that. But when you have 10 teams or crews, it didn't find any openings very easily. So that's what I highly suggest doing, is doing something like that if you want people to be able to book this yourself. So has anybody else found is anybody else using this? All right. Yay, we're all going to be guinea pigs and we're going to do it, right? Okay, so hours per slots. I have no idea what that is. So when I did the budgeted time down here, it did it correctly. So I don't quite understand what that is for, but so you can put a cushion on here, which I did like that a lot. So for residential, we could have it's going to be harder to get there exactly at certain times when you're able to go in and pick it. So I did like that there is some kind of cushion in here. Show availability. I want to show it anytime, or I'm actually going to change it to next day because I really don't want them to book that day because my cleaners would kill me. But you have, next day and then all the way up to 2 weeks. So our start time is 9 a.m. on cleaning. So you can change this to however your start time is. And then this is where you can allow booking days. So I don't want to allow Mondays because the Mondays are so chaotic. If something gets changed, we don't have time to get in here in the office and, and fix it. So I opted not to have it booked on Mondays. And then Fridays I want my employees to go home early. And then we don't work weekends. So you can select it however you want to make your life easier. But I opted to do just Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, just because those are kind of our lighter days. And then again, you can do the payment reminder as far as what's required here. And so that is that part of it. So let's see.
Can I ask a question about that, Stephanie? So when you put in that start time and end time, can you just put like those packages, if you put in noon, they would only be available like from noon to 5, or is that just your hours?
It will only show from 9 or from whatever time you do it. So if you don't want this package to be first thing in the morning, then you could have it that. So this is any online booking. Thanks. Good question. All right. So then you would go down to the personalization. You always want to make sure that you're using your colors. So perfect way to be able to change your colors and everything. And if you guys don't know, there is little add-ons. So like right here, you can see there's a color picker that you can pick your colors on any website. So you can easily, let's see, I want to pick this color right here. It's gonna not do it because I'm recording. But you can easily come in and say, I want to do this color right here. And it's going to now put it up here so that you can make sure that your hex colors are the right colors. And then you'll just add that hex color there. So making sure that your brand is correct is always, what you want to be doing. And then emails. So you would come down here and this would be the email that you would send out to the client after they have booked their online service. So I went in and Steve had his generic in here. And who loves ChatGPT? Who's a ChatGPT addict? Because I am. spend way too much time making things in ChatGPT. So I came in here and I just was like, hey, ChatGPT, will you rewrite this email in a fun tone? And it came in here. So this was Steve's generic in here. And so now I have this fun email that I only spent 2 seconds on. And it's fun, but I will have to say, so it did mess up the smart codes or whatever they're called. So just make sure that that is correct. But hey, it saved me a lot of time, and hey, we're pretty magical, you know. So making sure that you have, you know, your email in your tone, and then you can have it emailed. So this is where it's going to be emailed when who will get notified for it. So I can have my office staff get notified, but I also have them getting text as well at our company phone, so that we are like on top of this, just because it could be, you know, right now kind of thing. So I want to have that. You can have it text to your office manager, or to you, or to anybody. So it is kind of nice to be able to have that instant reminder, because a lot of us are out, you know, maybe possibly working, and I want to know instantly when there's some kind of information going on. So highly recommend you know, doing that if you are using Twilio. Okay. So now we've got everything set up, and we want to now add this to our website. So you would easily just come here, and so you can choose to do a book it now, like it would do a little button, and it would automatically, you know, pull up this screen, which you would get the code right here. So you can change the colors, again, that hex code. So you want to make sure that you're matching your website. So I went in on my website and I actually got this actual color because that's what's on my website. So I want it to match. I'm going to not save this, guys. So because my website people are going to probably kill me if I did. But so we're going to come in here right now, and I want to put that book it now little button. So I want to put this button that we've got the colors, everything that we want on this page, and we're going to copy this code. So this code is getting this here. So all you'd have to do is copy the code. And if you're using WordPress, that's what I'm using, and your different themes. So you're going to have to know what your different themes are. But for WordPress, I can come over here to the little plus, and we are going to go bed. I'm gonna just drag this over there, and I am going to copy that. And there is my pretty little button. So that easy to be able to add that button to my website. Now, if you didn't want to have his website, his button, and you wanted something different, so I want to have it thinner. I want to have it my design, but I want it to go to the link that Steve gives us. You can do just a really easy URL code. And so I can copy this URL code and put it on my website. Let me get back over here. So I've got my button already kind of built out, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to hit the link. So right now, if I want to go to a page, and I want to go to URL. We're going to hit that right there. And so now when I hit update, when I test this, oh, I can't do live. When I test this, it would come up and look like this page. Yay! So whenever they hit the go to your page, this is what brings up what we kind of built. And let me kind of go back over to gift cards because it's pretty much the same way to build it. When you go to gift cards, you just add them. So you want gift card amount. Let's see, I want to create a card. And let's say I want this simply made $50. Let's just go there. And we're going to do oh, it's not going to let me do a $50.
Do 500.
We're going to, right, 500. All right, and my color's blue, so we're going to just hit this blue card and create gift card. I mean, it's that easy to create them. So now we've got 100, 200, 500. That's pretty much all you have to do for gift cards. Now, let's go into the actual when a client comes and books. Let me refresh this page because now you're going to see my $500 gift card on here. It's that fast and that easy to update. So the thing that I had noticed is that the gift cards, it does it in the exact same way as you would do a booking, which I thought was very odd. We're going to go through and act like we're a customer on here. So I'm going to add this this test drive. We're going to go next. And if I had that required a payment, it would be right here. There would be a credit card part right here. But because I don't have the payments, because I don't want to pay while I'm on here. So got our address, phone number, we got all of our information in here. You can do key hidden. All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna book it. So remember, I only have this on my employee. Oh, do I have it on my employee? Okay, there. So she doesn't have any jobs next week, so I guess I need to get her some jobs. No, she's my office person. So we can choose. Let's just go right there at that 10 o'clock. So it's confirmed and it's booked. So now I can go to my calendar. And that was next week on. So now there's the job right there. It's on my office manager. So easy peasy, able to be booked. But so it also and then so I'm going to come back here. So when you get, so this is the email that I get from when I book it. So the client gets that they booked this. This is, so they're kind of getting that fun little email. They're getting the reminder time that they booked. But also I kind of made sure, hey, you know, we could have some scheduling, we'll let you know, kind of thing. So we wanted to make sure that is in there, and I would probably even bold this so that we can call them. But I did like how it just automatically sent this, and it was really kind of fun and stuff like that. So, and then the office gets another person purchased. So they've got this email saying, hey, just to let you know that this person booked at this time. So you kind of get that real fast access. Now, when you do the, when somebody buys a gift card, which I thought was very interesting, they have to actually put a date in it. So it's almost like online booking. So let me let's just go to this again and let's do it is exactly the same thing. And when you do this, I'm going to have so many Stephanie Ramseys in my customer factor. You go to book it, you literally have to set a time, which I thought was really weird. So this is something that I feel like needs to be fixed with the gift cards. So you guys can use it however you want, but it does put it on the calendar. So I'll go.
There's no way to purchase it online though, I found out when I did it.
Did you have the credit card actually enabled? So you
Yeah.
do have to have. Let me go in and I will get the. Let's do full amount.
You also can't change the processing fee right there. I sent an email to Steve about that, but I hadn't heard back from him yet.
Huh. That's interesting on full payment.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's like he said, it's in beta form, so there's going to be
Yeah.
bugs.
Yeah. And I didn't actually do this part because I just assumed that it was the same thing as when you did the packaging. Because when you do full payment, yes. So it does let you do it here, the 3.75.
I've played with and gone through all of the entire processes that I can think of. I just haven't made anything live yet on mine.
So there's the credit card there. Let me go back and.
Okay, so maybe I did not check something off correctly with gift cards then.
Let me go back on and add a gift card and see. Yeah.
Or maybe Steve added it since your email, because sometimes he does that and doesn't respond to you, but you'll just see it's fixed. So it's possible your email got somewhere.
Too. Yep,
Yeah.
that's possible too.
So, yep, it's there now.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so it does now. That's the only thing that I thought was very interesting is that you had to put a date on that aspect. So there's my gift card right there. So it's got a scheduled little blurb thing.
So you're saying, so putting the date, but really they have to schedule the appointment. It's going to go on our calendar.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that something that you could follow up with Steve on instead of us emailing him,
Yeah.
multiple, and then maybe let us know where you get with it? I haven't heard back from him in over a week about gift cards, but I would be interested to know, because otherwise I don't really want to have to schedule it. And then my other question is with the email that goes out, what I imagined is someone buys a gift card and then they get an automatic email that's like, hey, like, here's your pretty little gift card. Is that right now? It's more of an appointment confirmation, right?
It really is. So right now,
Okay. So
I would not use the gift card through this right now. I'm going to put the online booking on my website, but I'm still going to stick with Square with my gift cards. You do get a pretty email sent out through Square. It costs the same, it doesn't cost me any money other than the 3.75 or my convenience fee and my credit card processing fee. So I don't see the benefit of this right now. It
Are
is
people,
not there. Now,
are
the online
people,
booking I do like.
are people able to pay with, you said you use the Square gift cards, and I asked about Square gift cards probably a year ago. And they said that they did not work through paying through the customer factor invoicing. Do they work now through that?
So how we do it, let me go to my website.
Because I want to offer gift cards, be it this way or through Square, however kind of way, because it's just something additional that we can do. But I'm not going to make anything live until I know for a fact that, you know, it's working and user friendly.
Right. So we use it on our website, Square, and it's going to go really slow right now because I have it editing. So when you order gift cards here, this goes to the Square website. So you're able to do for an individual or whatever, you put in the name and everything like that, and you can have it send instantly or send a future date. So I really like that because for like Mother's Day or something like that, we had a lot of people that they could send it on future dates. And so what happens, and I will go into my back door so you guys can kind of see through Square. So you get an email saying, hey, somebody got a gift card, and then you would go into, so what we do is we go into Square. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to be doing this, or else I would have had it already up.
I'm sorry. When you
It's
brought it
okay.
up, it triggered my mind.
No, it's okay.
Can I tell you, you're rolling with the punches like a pro, man.
So these are the people that have kind of gotten gift cards here recently. So when they call us and say, hey, we've got a gift card, then we would go in and we would pull up their gift card and we'd find their name, and then we would clear their balance and add a credit onto customer factor. So we'd clear it in here, and then we'd go into customer factor, and let's just go to me.
So just thinking this through, and I know Stephanie, you're kind of our voice to Steve, is maybe if you could ask him, if he's doing some updates to the gift certificates, can we have them sent something now or in the future? Because obviously we do a lot for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas.
Right.
And would it be something where if somebody books a gift card, can they go on hold? Like they go into that on hold feature because they've booked it, which is kind of what we do with them. Is when someone books a gift card, and we're old school, we'd still do some, different things, but we put them in an on hold position. So we know that there's still a balance on the gift card, but they just haven't booked yet.
Mhm. Yeah. So
I like
we'll-
that idea,
Yeah.
except to have it somehow obvious that it's a gift card and not some other random, so we don't have to click through them all,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I do is I just put the credit on here. So $300 credit. And so whenever we invoice it, it automatically takes that money first before payment. So that's what we do. It works really great, and easy. Let me delete that. I'm gonna have to delete all this, but
Stephanie, I just want to say, aside from knowing things really well, you teach it really well.
yeah.
And thank you.
Yes. Shoot. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. You guys have questions in regards to this?
I do the follow-up email. So once they've booked, either your online booking or your gift certificate. I think it's not there. It's when the transaction is completed. So that's the email follow-up they're getting, but there was something that said something else. Do we have the ability to put anything and customize that?
The one that comes from,
I think it might be from once they make the payment.
So I don't think, so look at all these that my office people are gonna love me. So this is what we get saying, hey, that this person booked.
Actually,
Um,
what the customer sees. Once the
this is-
customer has, like they basically say, book it. There was something that came up and it said like, we have you scheduled or whatever. Is that?
Oh, yeah, no, there wasn't any way for you. So I know what you're talking about now. It was after this page. And I don't have it
Right.
up anymore. I'm sorry, but no, you cannot customize that page as of
Okay.
yet. Yeah. Good question.
So Stephanie, are you going to just have that one kind of test us out package available for online booking? Because otherwise you would have to build like an endless amount of options.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that one. I kind of figured that if they want to do the online booking, I can get their information and get their credit card right now. And then try to upsell reoccurring services. So that's the only one I'm gonna offer online. I can't imagine doing a residential. Because I'm so very detailed on my quotes, so.
Okay.
Anybody else? I mean, I'd love to hear, does anybody have any other suggestions on how to do this?
Is
Power
anybody?
washing, what do you guys do?
Mhm.
We do full exterior cleaning, residential, commercial and stuff. I haven't, like I said, I haven't made this live. But one thing that we run into the problems with is that every house is unique. So we really have to go to the houses to give a proper to the dollar quote. So in setting this up, I actually went in and created it to where they book a quote online so that they can actually go in, and I changed the way my button reads and everything. So if, some people are at work, they can't get on the phone, but they're always on their computer and they can see oh, I can just book it online to get a quote. And then they don't have to worry about calling me.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like
Mhm.
that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Really good idea. Really good idea.
I have a question about the pricing.
About the
so
what?
when the pricing, do you charge by the hour? Like the amount that you do $199 is like for a specific amount of hour?
So that one is a specific amount of hours. That's special.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm concerned about like a first-time client whose house is like really messy and they think they're getting a really cheap price.
They are, yeah. So
Yeah.
and so that's when you are connecting with the people and saying you only have 4 hours, right? If this is a priority clean,
Okay.
making sure that that you're only getting 4 hours. On 3 hours, we're going to be talking to you in regards to what do you want us to do, because we're walking out the door in 4 hours.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I just want to ask how you clarify, because obviously when you're doing the online booking, it wants you to open up that calendar. But like us in the cleaning service, you don't want to have someone pick 11 to 3 and block someone's whole day. So is there a workaround to that, or
See, I think that
turn the hours off and say, we'll book you on Monday or Tuesday, but we'll call you with the exact time?
so as of right now, Steve doesn't have it set up to where it's either or. So I think it's going to make sure that maybe residential, that we are in that maybe follow-up email that we're saying, hey, we will call you with the exact times. That we can't guarantee this. I think, for us residential, we're going to have to tweak what the software is offering because of that exact time frame.
That's the kind of feedback Steve needs to get out of the beta part of it anyway.
Yeah. And
Well,
I'm
it's-
going to be sending him this actual link because I think he'll get a lot out of this one.
Mhm.
Back from us.
I agree. And I think no matter what, whatever industry that you're in, you still want to have as condensed scheduling as possible. So because it doesn't benefit anybody if you can't fill your days. Okay.
I need to hire someone in marketing to do all this fun stuff.
A lot of good ideas. That's the great thing about this group is everybody's very willing to share experiences. So has anybody taken this online booking live? Stephanie, do you have?
I
Stacy,
have
you?
not, so it
Mhm.
will, I am gonna have my actual web person put it on my website, on my homepage. I don't wanna mess up his pretty work,
Oh,
so.
listen, I no. Mm-mm.
The page that I just did is gonna be completely deleted, cause, I don't want him to kill me.
So then let's ask, let me ask you a question, because obviously you have to have that booking link on your website to take it live. How do you test? So how would you test it?
So you are
Exactly.
able to test it just like, kind of like what I did, so let me get, you're able to, when you're in the Book It Now, let me get back over there, the online booking. And the grab your button here, if you come down here to the booking URLs and you just copy that booking URL and then put it in the website, it brings that up. So then you can test it. You might want to have the credit card thing turned off because you probably don't want to charge yourself, but so good question. That was a really good question.
Sometimes I see that when we were testing some other features, and I don't know if it's me, and I don't know if this pertains to it. It pertains more to the last conversation when I was building and changing my big proposal and then building my emails, is I found that when I would test them, by any kind of graphics skewed all over the place. Do you know, is there a hey, always use a 600 by 600 pixel picture and it's going to work better? Like I even noticed, I actually went in and put it's like a header, and I put it as a 600 by 600 in every single item, and it skewed them differently and different pieces. Is there a trick, totally off subject, but good to know if you want continuity and to look right on customer factor? I couldn't get that to work right.
So I think it's each email as far as in each image. So knowing the size of your image when you're in Canva, or whatever software that you use. So
I did that. I changed them all to 600 by 600 pixels and uploaded them all into customer factor at the same size for every, let's just say email header. And when I was testing it, some had the full complete header, some had it chopped off. I don't know if there's a trick when you add graphics into the big proposal or any emails you're sending out. A lot of places, like let's just say you're going to go change your cover page on your Facebook page. It's going to say this design is best at 1020 by 800.
I don't know if Steve has said if there is. I mean, he probably knows.
Right.
I have seen some email providers where it kind of decodes things differently. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. And I have also seen in the where you can do the blocking of third-party cookies and caches, where that can actually have an effect on stuff like that too.
Got it. So it all probably depends if you're on an Apple, an Android, if you're in Gmail or
Outlook,
Outlook.
iCloud, things like
Okay.
that. Not saying that is it, but I have seen where that can be it. Mm-hmm.
And I will say this, we were looking at it from those different factors as well. And it is something to consider, because we actually changed some of our graphics because it didn't look right.
Mhm.
When you know what I mean, it kind of looked cookie cutter. So if
Mhm.
you are adding graphics into your emails and big proposals, make sure, I guess that's the thing, look at it on an Android phone, look at it in your email, on your phone, on a desktop, on different versions, because it made us really rethink some of the graphics.
As much as you can. I'm a member of MailChimp, and I sent out a test email on one to myself and to my SEO lady, and mine looked great. She was on Outlook, and it was nothing but gobbledygook code is all it was. But in my Gmail, it looked fine.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I just thought I'd share that experience just because it made us rethink some things.
All right, so any other questions on this online booking? And so in 2 weeks, we decided Miss Janice had put a kind of need help on users and employees. So that is what we're thinking that we'll teach on in 2 weeks. So is anybody masters at knowing the different things of the user settings that would like to teach that? Crickets, crickets, crickets. Looks like I get to teach
So,
that.
and I spent a lot of time on this as far as what we allow our staff to see and not see. A lot of that is going to come down to spending some time when you're managing your users and learning all of what those buttons are. I will tell you this is that I actually have printed that template because so that it's very, very consistent from employee to employee, what they can see and not see. And we do change it based on like first day of training to the end of training to a full-fledged trained cleaner. I don't, I'm trying to think, do you want, I mean, we have time now. I can probably run you through a current employee if you want me to do it because,
Let's wait 2 weeks because I don't
Okay.
want it.
all right. But I will say that you do
We have
really
8 more
need
minutes. Yeah, because I was shocked today that they were able to log in on the computer and see stuff. And like
You have
the
to
big
turn things off.
proposal, yeah,
Yes,
the
you
big
got to give different
proposal,
settings.
yeah, because I thought the managed user was just for the app. I didn't know they could go on the computer and see stuff as well. And
Yeah, the
And I
login
went-
information is for anything, whether it's the app or the computer.
that's what I just learned today.
Yeah, I've sent Steve a couple emails saying I'd like to see the default user